everyone, welcome to Chef It Up. I'm your host, Ianthia Smith, and we're here in the ILTV studios. As you know, on this show, I like to bring some of my favorite Bahamian chefs into the kitchen and to teach us how to make up some amazing meals. Today, we're going to put a spin on a Bahamian favorite with Chef Horatio Smith. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
I like your last name, by the way.
Thank you.
So what are we making today? I see some snapper and I'm really excited. What's going on here today?
Well, today we're going to be making roasted snapper with a champagne citrus salad.
Champagne citrus salad. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, we got to keep it sexy for the summer.
Ooh, that sounds good. Nice and light, right?
Yes.
And why are we roasting the snapper today? I'm used to my snapper fried. I'm used to it baked, sometimes even grilled. Why are we roasting it here today?
Well, you know, in our culture, we fry everything. You know, fried comforters, fried fish, fried chicken, and it's so hot out. It's the summertime.
Yeah.
It's an easy way to get all the flavor without all the fat. And if you're partying and entertaining people, you don't want to be slaving away over a hot stove, fat popping all over the place. It's a great entertaining dish because you could put it together nicely and easily, pop it in the oven, go back out to your guests, make your salad, and you just look like you're doing a great thing, you know, and it's so simple.
Yeah, and I like that you mentioned that it's like party food, because I find a lot of times when we throw events, we find ourselves preparing the food, cooking the food, never eating the food, and then cleaning up. So it's like, when do you get a chance to enjoy the event, right?
Absolutely. This dish is one of the, this will be a go-to if you're hosting a summer dinner party with friends, because you're gonna look like a star and you did no work.
I love that. Yeah. So let's get started. Let me see how I can become a star then without doing all the work.
Absolutely. So the first thing we're gonna hop on is the snapper.
Okay, good.
I got the fish from the market this morning, and as you can see, it's super fresh snapper.
Nice.
So Ianthia, I want you to switch places with me, and I'm gonna get you involved with the seasonings.
Yes, please feel free to use me.
So I'm gonna set you up right here.
Oh, poor snapper.
Poor snapper.
I'm sorry about to be.
He's gonna be
food
eating
in a minute.
So a lot of times we're afraid to use a fish like this, and because people are like, oh, it's so bony. Everybody wants to go and get a fillet. Well, a fillet fish is more expensive.
Yeah.
And this is more flavorful.
Yeah.
So what I do is I want to show you this bone here. You just cut right down the center. Now, our parents always did this, right?
Yes, there always were the slits down the side. We're changing that up now.
We are, and you want to know why? Because when you're eating a fish like this, and it's time when it's cooked, this will all lift away.
And let me just show. I just want to show our viewers exactly what he did here. He made the slit here as opposed to in here like we usually do. Oh, I love that.
And so when you go to eat the fish, this whole bit will just pop right off. And so it's super simple. And then we do another one right on the other side here.
Oh, nice.
And then we start with our seasoning.
There's nothing like a well-seasoned piece of fish. Like, I just love when I can taste the salt, the black pepper, all the other seasonings to the bone.
So I'm gonna let you start with some salt.
So a little massage here.
Yeah. So we're gonna add some lemon seasoning. It's like lemons and basil.
Okay, this is smelling really good already.
Good. Don't be afraid.
Listen,
go right in there. What I do when I'm seasoning, I use salt separate, and all of my other herb mixes have no salt. So you go very crazy with
the other. Okay, I was afraid to go a little heavy because I'm like, I know everything has salt in it.
Nope.
But okay, good.
And then we're gonna add a complete seasoning, which I've come up with. It has some granulated garlic. It has some dried basil, onion powder, and so this fish, as you can see, is just beautiful. It's seasoned, it's ready to go.
This is ready.
And we're gonna do one more.
And I like that we're already putting it in the pan.
Straight in the pan.
Like, we ain't here all day.
No, we're almost done.
Seasoning and cutting and cleaning. Like, I love this. And so do you advise, though, like when you buy your fish, probably from the dock mostly, like you get it already cleaned there, right?
I do. I'm spoiled. I have a fish guy. And my fish guy is Marco. And Marco comes, and he actually, I got my fish this morning. He delivers it to me.
Okay.
But I insist on only the best fish because you know it's so hot, and you want to make sure that the fish that you serve is fresh.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of times, you know, you go to the dock and they try and haggle you down and all these kinds of things. So I have a good relationship with my fish guy, my barber.
Those are people that have on tap, right?
Yes.
Doctor, lawyer, fish guy, your barber, our barber.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we put this in the pan,
Good.
And then our next step is some olive oil.
Good.
And we just give a nice drizzle.
And olive oil is like the holy grail.
It is.
Of cooking. Like
firstly, olive oil has very good fats. You know, there's good fats and bad fats.
Okay, good. Well, that's good.
And the nutrients in olive oil, the antioxidants in olive oil are good for your body. And they obviously you need to have fat into a dish. Finish with olive oil and some lemon.
Some lemon. This is so simple. Like, I can't believe our fish is already in the pan and we're about to go.
We're in the pan.
We're about to go.
I'm going to let you put this in the oven.
Okay.
You want to preheat your oven at 350 degrees.
Let me just get a little wash.
Yeah.
So we preheat the oven.
And we just pop it in.
And
that's it. That's it.
Fresh fish straight from the dock. Seasoned with a little bit of salt, a little bit of lemon pepper, and a little bit of seasonal.
Yes.
And that's it. A little bit of olive oil, and now we're gonna pop this into the oven. All right.
Yeah, your preheated oven, 350 degrees. All right.
All right.
It's as simple as that.
I love it. So how long are we gonna leave that in there now?
About 30 minutes.
Okay, good.
30 minutes. At the last 10 minutes, pop your oven to 400 degrees to get a good crisp. And you'll be good to go. All
right, so we got our fish going, guys. We'll be right back. This is Chef It Up. All right, everyone, welcome back to Chef It Up. I'm in the kitchen with Chef Horatio, who told me to call him Chef from now on. We have our roasted Bahamian snapper and a champagne citrus salad. So now let's get into the salad, because this sounds so light, so fresh, so refreshing, and I'm just really excited to get started. Where do we go now?
Well, the first thing we're going to start off with is the salad.
Okay.
So we have our greens. You can pass those for me, please.
Be a little Vanna White today.
Thank you.
And you were telling me off camera that these are homegrown lettuce.
Yes, these are locally grown.
Nice.
These Bahamian, Bamsi. So they're doing something. Good. We got these from Andres yesterday, and they have a wonderful product. It's actually all organic, and they're using hydroponics to grow these lettuce. And so this is the red leaf and the fancy green lettuce.
And hydroponics is just where you use water. It's like using water. I'm trying to remember, using water to kind of grow your greens.
Correct.
And stuff.
You're growing your greens in water, but what they're doing is they have a fish farm down in Andres as well. And so they take all of the nutrients from the fish farm and they funnel it to the lettuce. And so it's all one cycle.
Nice.
And nothing's wasted, everything is used. And it's an amazing product. I mean, in the Bahamas, we have so much resources that we just don't tap into. And I think this is an awesome product.
This is amazing. And these look so healthy. These are so green. I can't wait to eat that.
Super fresh. So what you do is you get your lettuce chopped up.
All right. Now, is there like a specific type of lettuce you prefer to use with this salad, or does it matter?
When you're doing a salad that is this simple, the key is just to use the very best.
Okay.
So like sometimes, Bahamians don't like to use iceberg for nothing besides making a sandwich, right? But iceberg lettuce can make a very good wedge salad.
Okay.
But a lot of times when we go to make our salads, we tend to go to just the regular romaine. But a salad like this, where the main ingredient is the lettuce, you want to mix it up with something fancier. So we have the fancy red leaf, and we have the red leaf and the fancy green, which is two different variations of lettuce. And this is a sweeter lettuce. This has more bite to it. Okay. And so you have variation in just the lettuce.
And so we're just whipping up now, back to our salad, whipping up some lettuce. We just cut up some lettuce. Now we're going for some red onions?
Yes, we have lettuce, red onions. This salad will have very few ingredients. It's lettuce, red onions, yellow and red peppers with carrot ribbons. We have grapefruit, orange, and lemon. And let me just talk a bit about citrus. I love citrus.
Yeah, I can see that.
And in my house, my favorite drink is vodka. So I tend to just drink vodka, club,
lemonade,
citrus. So I always have it. And I was telling you how I came about this recipe.
Yeah.
I had a client, because we do catering, and I totally forgot all of my greens to my salad. And I was passing by a local vendor, and she had these beautiful oranges, these beautiful grapefruit. So I was like, what am I gonna do? And my citrus saved the day, because citrus has the acid that you need, it has the sugar that you need, and so you don't need anything else. The dressing is literally those three fruit and olive oil, salt, pepper.
And that was it.
That's it.
Wow.
And it was a killer salad.
That sounds
Everybody
like
loves
the
it.
perfect summer dish. Like if you're at home, you got some oranges in the fridge, you got some lemon and lime in the fridge. And I love grapefruit.
The funny thing about the grapefruit, because it has those bitter notes, that salt pulls out the sweet.
Got it. Okay, so I was wondering one time, I like it with sugar, but then when I tried it with salt, I was like, okay, this cuts that sharp grapefruit taste down a little bit more.
Yes, few people do that. Yeah, that's very good of you.
Yeah, you see?
You're doing something.
Yay, I feel so good. Chef approved. So we just threw in now some of our red onions, and now you're dicing up some red peppers.
Correct. That was about.
They are beautiful,
aren't they?
Like they're beautiful.
So that was about a quarter of an onion.
Yeah.
I don't use much because, like I said, the recipe is very simple, and so everything that you put inside of it pops.
Yeah.
A lot of times when we cook, we tend to just overdo. Sometimes more is just more.
Yeah.
A little bit of the main ingredient of the salad is the lettuce, which we have tons of, a little bit of onions, and now we put a little bit of peppers. So as I told you, I have a lot of culinarians in my family. So my uncle, he's also a chef, and his kids are the most snobby foodies that you ever want to meet. And I'm talking like 4 or 7 and 13. And they're like, Papa, that meal was scrumptious. And I'm just
scrumptious for a 7-year-old, right?
Exactly.
We have to toss it to a quick break right now. Don't forget our snapper is in the oven. We're making our salad. We'll be right back. This is Chef It Up. Welcome back to Chef It Up. I'm in the kitchen with Chef Horatio Smith, and we're whipping up our roasted Bahamian snapper with a champagne citrus salad. We have our snapper going, and in this bowl, we have our freshly washed lettuce. Our freshly washed lettuce, some onions, some red peppers, and we're about to finish this dish up?
Absolutely, we're gonna finish this dish up. We're gonna add in our citrus now.
Okay.
So you can just pass me 1 grapefruit, 1 orange, and 2 lemons, please.
Alrighty. And Chef, we have the same last name, and I'm just trying to figure out if we're a family. And so I was asked the question, where are your Smiths from? And I just got schooled, okay? Give me the story again about the Smiths.
So I was telling Ianthia, I was saying, Smiths really are only from 2 islands in the Bahamas, historically. And that's Exuma and Andres. Okay. And so in South Andres, where my dad's from, my mom's from North Andres and my dad's from South Andres, you have a whole, almost like a settlement called Smith's Hill. And it's a huge area of land, and it's all kinds of Smiths. So everybody there is probably cousins,
I need to go find my family.
So you gotta go
because
find
people
them.
ask me all the time, where are your Smiths from? And I'm so ashamed. I'm like, I think Eleuthera. I think my grandma would growl me right now if she had me guessing where our people from. Okay,
where you from? So
that's because everyone's lived in New Providence all this time. Nobody I've ever known, none of my family's living on the family island. So I'm like, I guess we from Nassau, and they're like, no, ain't no Smiths from Nassau.
He's a city girl.
Yeah, I'm a city girl.
So what we're gonna do here, we have our grapefruit that we started with, because it's the biggest fruit, and we've peeled it, and we're gonna desegment it.
Desegmented. Okay, what does that mean?
So obviously in your grapefruit you have all these, once it's peeled and beautiful and out like this, you have all these little pieces, right? And these are segments.
Okay.
Now the easiest way is to make sure you get all of the white off, so you just have the flesh.
Okay.
Right? And this is probably the hardest part of the
at
entire meal.
I'm looking at it saying
you
that.
You want to get a good paring knife. And the paring knife is the little knife with the sharp point.
Really sharp.
Yeah. And you just quickly cut along the edges.
So with the sharp knife, it's not that hard.
Nope.
It looks hard, but it's not that hard with the sharp knife.
Super simple. This is the most work you're gonna do today.
My mouth is watering. I won't even lie. Like this grapefruit, have my taste buds going right now. I love grapefruit.
And what you do is you keep all your little pieces. Can you pass me the medium, the small bowl?
Small bowl. Here we go.
And what we'll do with the small bowl is we'll take the juices that's left in your grapefruit, and you just squeeze them out.
So are we gonna make like a dressing with this?
Yes.
I love that. Nothing's wasted in this kitchen.
Wasted.
I love that. I love when people take all of their ingredients, even the skin you're using right now when squeezing them, just to kind of finish the meal off.
Everything, right?
I don't blame you.
So you got your grapefruit.
Good. This salad looks so good. Just look at the colors already starting to brew in there. You got some red, some peachiness from the grapefruit, the greens, the purples. This is my kind of salad.
Awesome. And the good thing is, we have a nice, healthy, quality type of dish. It's filling. You don't need to go.
I could squeeze these for you.
Please, that'd be great.
That fish is smelling lovely back there. I can smell those spices and those herbs
just
just
roasting
oozing.
away,
Yeah, that smells really good.
And then you just squeeze all this inside there.
Good. So do I toss these in?
Please, on the salad.
So we're gonna toss in now this is beautiful.
Yep,
like this.
together.
This is shaping up really nicely, and I think my mouth is ready to eat.
So I'll show you another secret too in terms of with the lemon. I cut the lemon a little bit differently than I do the
everything else.
And if you are culinarily challenged,
if you can't cook, aka if you just can't cook,
you can actually cut all your fruits like this too, because it's even more simple. If you don't want to desegment and all that.
Are we squeezing these as well?
Yes.
Okay,
you can
good.
Squeeze those in for me. I'll rest.
So what's the difference with the cut?
This cut is we're just making round cuts.
Okay.
And this is I do this for the lemon because I want it to be more pronounced.
Okay.
Because the citrus notes really help with the fish.
Okay.
And obviously lemon. Lemon is great. We all love lime in our culture. But lemon has so much flavor. I'm taking some of the seeds out of the lemon so you don't have to mess with that in your dish.
Okay. And it's so weird that the salad has been like the most intricate part of this dish. This is the most, outside of oatmeal and noodles, this is like
this salad has components. Yeah. The funny thing about a dish like this, when you have your friends by and you guys are cooking and stuff, this is something you guys can do together.
Yeah.
So this is fun. It's not like hot in the kitchen or anything like that.
We haven't turned on the stove all day.
No.
I love it.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
love it.
And then I'm going to
carrots. Where do the carrots come in?
I'm going to show you.
That was a surprising pull just now. And of course, you guys, just real quickly, fish. That's roasting. Our fish is roasting. We got our citrus champagne. I'm waiting for the champagne portion now. Hold on. I forget this is called the champagne citrus salad. Just catching myself. When's our champagne gonna come?
I'm glad you mentioned the champagne. Actually, can you get it for me?
Yes. Gladly.
And we're just making little carrot ribbons. This is just, you're not gonna even use this whole carrot. Just a little bit to add some more color.
Great. So, all right, we got our fish in the oven, like I said. Our salad going. We're about to add the champagne. I'm gonna get my fish out, you guys. This is Chef It Up. We'll be right back. All right, you guys, our dish is just about done. We're about to have a little fun with some champagne and our champagne citrus salad. So let's go from there.
That's right. So I'm gonna just take out the rest of these seeds out of my
And this, of course, was the juice that we squeezed from our grapefruit, our orange, and our lemon.
Our lemon.
From our lemon.
We're gonna put just a little bit of salt and pepper.
Okay.
Inside that. And if you can pass me the champagne, please. We're using a Prosecco. It has a little bit of sweet to it. Pasqua. I got it right from Bristol.
Nice.
So pop that in there.
And is it more like what kind of flavors is this going to give? This is ridiculously amazing. Like the sizzle, I can see it sizzling. I'm so excited.
It gives an effervescence to the salad. So it's like bubbly and a little bit crisp, and it just gives that freshness to it, you know?
Nice.
And let's add some olive oil.
Okay. Our olive oil that we use for so much.
I'll let you pour.
Okay, tell me when to stop.
Now, pour and whisk at the same time if you can.
And how much really of this are we using? Like just for people at home who are cooking along and want to know how much of this olive oil to use.
About a half a cup.
About a half a cup, okay. And what is the olive oil? How do the olive oil and the champagne mix together?
You could stop.
Okay.
The olive oil, what I'm doing now is basically getting an emulsion going.
Okay.
So if you could see at home,
it's getting a little sudsy.
Correct.
Sudgy.
Exactly.
Trying to be a little politically correct. Sudsy, but it's sudgy.
Correct. I taste it. Tastes good. You want to taste it?
It smells really good.
Super light. I'll add a little salt and pepper to that.
A
little more salt and pepper to that.
I did not know that juices from the orange, grapefruit, and lemon, but a little bit of champagne.
And you can taste a little bit of that alcohol, but it's not over.
Yes, it's not
just
you're
enough.
gonna get drunk.
No, not
I was
at all.
hoping for a little buzz.
What I do with salads, only in the Bahamas I find we got a salad, and you have to take it to the table, pull out your old salad dressing. That's slightly ghetto. What you want to do, just a little bit. What you want to do, right?
Big bottle.
You take your salad, you
drizzle.
dress it. Yeah. You put a little bit on it one time because this is going right to the table.
Yeah.
Right? And it's pretty hot. It'll be halfway done. If people want more, you can have more for them.
Yeah. So even if this were like ranch out of the bottle,
Drizzle.
pour it in a nice fancy bowl and you drizzle. I like that.
That way people don't gotta know you.
Yeah. They ain't gotta know you buy that.
No, I made that. I classy.
This is like one of the most beautiful salads though I've seen. This is the most, almost rivaling my dress with pops of color. You have orange, you have purple, you have yellows and peaches and reds in there. Greens, of course, at the bottom. This is beautiful.
Great.
I'm really excited to try that.
So now all we need is our fish. And it should be done right now. I'm going to let you do the honors.
Let me do the honors.
I'll open it up for you. That's right. I don't want it to burn itself.
Okay, now how do we do this?
Pull it out. One hand.
Oh,
and right to the stove.
Look at that.
So
okay.
It's perfectly roasted.
This is great.
And
this is great.
What you want to do just to continue that flavor and continue that building of flavor.
Oh, so we take our citrus, champagne dressing. Oh, I love that.
That's right.
And what better than citrus, with fish. So that's great. That's great.
And just like how when we're frying a fish at home, we tend to, as soon as it's out of the fryer, put lemon and lime.
Yeah.
I herb it. So I put basil and I put cilantro.
Okay.
So what I've done is I've taken about 5 or 6 leaves and I've stacked them together, a nice little stack. I roll them up.
Why do we roll?
Because you can get more together and it's easier to control,
okay.
right? People often think, well, I can't cut like that. It's the one of the first things you learn with handling your knife, you just want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Right? So you do the things that make comfortable for you.
Okay.
Right? So for me, it's easy to just take my herbs
roll.
And it's nice and neat and it's not like moving all over the place. And I just make nice, simple cuts. Again, sexy cuts, hold your knife and just cut it all up.
This fish smells so good. And so now you're chopping up some basil for us.
For
and we're
your
going to
fish.
sprinkle them. No.
Right on your
Look
fish,
at that.
like that.
And it's so fresh. It adds like a good freshness to the dish,
Exactly. And I add some cilantro.
And I love cilantro.
It's my favorite.
Especially in my rice. Like when I'm making like jasmine rice or something, a little bit of cilantro in there.
That's super good. Cilantro.
Nice.
And I pop
that's beautiful.
Some fresh lemon right on top. I just squeeze it right on top.
Yep.
And so we're all ready to go. Let's time to plate.
So let's time to plate. Let me get some forks.
I think what's going to surprise you most about this dish, and will surprise you at home, is that it's very simple, as you can see, but it has a lot of flavor.
Yeah.
It has tons of flavor from the vegetables that we've used to the dressings. And obviously, as you can tell, I'm piling everything together, but I'm being very careful about what goes into my plate. So you want to get a perfect bite of
just a little bit of everything, right?
Everything. So now we're going to plate up our fish.
This is so pretty, and I can't stop saying that because it's so true. And I hope your fish is not burned. This is nicely done.
And it's slipping out of the pan.
It really is a non-stick pan.
It's a non-stick pan.
You can't burn your fish in this pan, and we just roasted it. And I like that it's a healthy option.
It's a very healthy
I love that it's a healthy option.
All these juices in the bottom of your pan, that's flavor. So you don't want to leave it there. You want to put it on your fish. I'm a saucy guy. I like lots of sauce. So I add a little bit of sauce to that. Got our forks?
Right here.
Awesome. I'll let you dig in.
Okay. Let me do the honors. I'm going for the fish first, just because.
Smart woman.
The meat. I love meat. Now, what's your favorite part of the fish? The head or the tail?
The head.
Really?
I love the head.
I'm a tail person. I think more meat is in the tail.
Sure, but there's more flavor in the head. You like that?
Oh my goodness. The citrus is literally just like burst in your mouth.
And you see how you can just pop this off? And it's just so easy and simple. All the meat.
Let me get some salad in here. This is so good. This is really good. It's healthy. I don't feel guilty at all eating this. So chef, cheers to an amazing meal. Something I think you probably will only find on Chef It Up, right?
Absolutely. Cheers to you and cheers to Chefing It Up.
Yes, thank you. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
This is so good.